80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. This is Living Your Life Well Planned, the 80-20-365 success system with its inventor, Adam Vincent Gilmer. I'm your host. My name's Gene Velitis. Thanks for being with us here on episode 59. As usual, we always remind you to come here to the website, get your daily planner. It's your GPS to this absolutely free course, and you're going to need it. And believe me, when you start really using the daily planner, and if you suddenly misplace it, it's like losing your cell phone. I mean, your your stomach will just drop out from underneath you. Where is it? So get your daily planner. It's about a dollar a day, and we can deliver it to every one of the 47 countries now currently listening to Living Your Life Well Planned. And also, when you're at the website, check out the bank system. That's Sherry Tree's system. It's the new language of selling that'll change everything and how you talk to people and how you communicate with people in emails and on LinkedIn and in various different sales activities. It's really an amazing system. So for the last couple of episodes, we've been talking philosophy and lists. In our next episode, we're going to give you Adam's bibliography, the books you should be reading and studying. But this episode is going to be a really, really quick one. It's something that you can do very quickly every single day, either when you get up, maybe midway through the day, or maybe as a review before you score your day in the daily planner before you go to bed. And if you got your daily planner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, get the daily planner and you'll understand what it's all about. Okay, Adam, here we go. The checklist. A, find ways to maximize your time.
So a lot of people, while I was developing my direct sales organization, I said there has to be a way where you can stay very, very productive during the time that you're awake and you're not, sleeping for 5 or 6 hours. And we already covered the sleeping thing earlier. So I read lots of different books. One of the books was 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And believe it or not, highly effective people create lists, to-do lists, and then they prioritize those to-do lists into the most important things to do versus the trivial many anybody can get done. But that wasn't put in a planner anywhere. So, once again, I know there's 2 forms of the planner. This is the business form. It comes, the nice pieces with being, brain, body, time, people, and money on there. But watch this. What you're going to see is, lists. Okay. Lists of stuff to go out and do and make things happen in life. Okay, you can see that. And then, of course, you actually go out and you plan, you organize, and you get things done. And then the other piece, which now I've switched to, is the new form of the book, which comes personalized with your name on it. Okay, you can make it happen. And it's like a nice journal, right? So for the people that don't want to walk around with a business plan all the time, but I don't care which one you get. At the end of the day, the most important thing is making the personal decision what the most important tasks of the day are to get done. And if you're not going to start your day out that way, we have 2 children now. The kids normally sleep into around 7:30, depending on time of school starts or what have you. And there's a reason why you get up earlier, so you can tackle things and get this list done and give yourself a mental runway to go on, so you can take off in your plane and make your trip for that day successful. I say your trip because it's a journey. Every day is a journey. And if you don't have this stuff going on, then you're randomly allowing you become part of somebody else's list, and you personally made the choice not to be maybe a leader for your consciousness, and that's a major issue. Choosing to do so will change your life.
Wow, I just got an aha moment from that. You may become a part of somebody else's list. Mm-hmm. Big one. Okay, number 2 of the 5 points in the checklist: network.
All right, so all of you have a network. I mean, some of you, you have people that either follow you on Instagram, make friends with you on Facebook, send you a request or what have you. One of my great things to do every single day is, after the morning session, I am sitting down for lunch, and then I'll be like, okay, so the reminder comes up of how many people's birthdays are coming up on Facebook. And what I'll do is I'll sit there and I'll go through the list and I'll wish, it takes a couple minutes while I'm eating, and I wish people happy birthday. Your network is really your net worth. Okay. I also have several posts on my Facebook and other social media, Instagram, what have you. And it's a picture of lions. And for those who don't know, I'm originally from South Africa. The reason I put up lions with the quotation of surround yourself with people that are on the same mission that you are. It's one thing to see, a big Cape buffalo being taken down, and one lion can't do it. Okay. You got to have the pride show up, and there's a certain thing goes along with that. Lions are kind of like majestic, and the king of the jungle. But the point is that they don't go out hunting by themselves. They go out to accomplish a mission with a network of people that are on the same page. They are. In fact, Dan Penn, I also subscribe to his stuff. He says, if you show me your friends, I will show you your future. And the power of the network is understanding that not everybody's going to be at the same level, but when somebody qualifies for your time, meaning that, one able body qualifies for another able body to come together, you've now increased your net work, which is also increasing your net worth over time, because like-minded people will come together to make amazing things happen. And that's how I built my businesses, whether it's time management, whether it's our medical company, whether it's our direct sales business, and whether it's our social media stuff that we're doing. All of this comes down to, you come with the idea, but it's people that make it happen. And you have to have qualified people part of your network to make things grow and develop.
All right, point 3, as we go through the checklist, the 5 things you should do every day. Point number 3, delegate.
All right, so, I don't do any gardening. I don't do any laundry. I don't do a lot of things, but I do the things that allow me to be successful. And one of those things are, we have a regular handyman. I've got a regular gardener, depending on which house we're at, and a regular cleaning crew, depending on which house we're at. And I don't do any of those things because, not that I can't do them, it's just that it's not the best use of my time. So what you have to understand is, after you've gone through the 80-20 principle, 20% of what you do equals 80% of the results in life, and 80% of what you do, trivial many, only leads to about 20% difference in your life. So you want to stay focused on the high payoff activities and delegate the other decisions to people that it's a high payoff activity for them. For example, I love the garden. I love a clean place. And I'll do, I'm not talking about cleaning dishes and putting stuff away in the sink. I'm talking about vacuuming, changing the linens, making sure the toilets are clean, this, that, and the other. That's not the best use of my time to go and make things happen. So I delegate that to somebody who's in that cleaning business. And that's a high payoff activity for them. So for them, it's a high payoff activity leading to 80% results in their life. And for me, it's an 80, and I'm delegating that 80 to somebody else, where it's a 20, and it becomes a productive thing. And that's the whole point of delegation. I also delegate meetings. Sometimes somebody will call me and they have something scheduled, and then something more important shows up. And here's what I do. I get on the phone or I send a text message like, hey, I got to move that appointment 20, 30, 40 minutes. I got something else to do. And then I'm not trying to be rude. It's just that something else qualified for my time that's more important than something that was scheduled. And you've got to be able to do this stuff. And if you don't, what ends up happening is, by the way, you can't serve everybody. Okay. It's impossible. What you can do is you can learn to serve yourself and learn to understand high productive payoff activity versus low productive trivial many activities. And that's the whole point of delegation. Delegation actually saves you time and keeps you more focused.
I heard a great expression years and years ago, and honestly, I don't remember who said it, but it stayed with me for a long time. And it's about delegating and, the kind of work you're talking about around your house. And this person said, why are you performing minimum wage jobs around your house when you should be concentrating on your next $1 million? And you know what? That just changed everything for me. Okay, 2 more on the daily checklist. Number 4, reevaluate. I love this one.
So, I developed this time management system, and, if you take a look at my purpose statement from, call it 15 years ago, it's different. It still has the foundation of what I was looking to accomplish, But what I had to do over time is, just like a good editor, you as you take in knowledge, your brain, your knowledge base grows. When your knowledge base grows, you can actually get more focus, and that means you need to edit. And when you edit stuff, you become more specific, more focused. It's almost like, I have one of these on my desk. Okay, it's almost like this. Okay, and there's a way to focus this thing, right? And with major focus, great things take place. And the challenge is that a lot of people aren't willing to listen to those edits, and they still running this, even though they really want that. And just like a city planner who's coming out to look at your drawing or the building that you're building and the structure, when they see something that goes against the code, they say, please make an adjustment to this. And that's what we're talking about, is you mentally realizing I have to make an adjustment.
I love it. The final one on the daily checklist. I mean, these things are really, really simple, but
Right.
boy, most people don't. Most people don't have a checklist. The final one, and I love this one. It's so valuable. Stay involved.
Persistence. I was watching Kevin Hart. He was interviewing Floyd Mayweather, and they're sitting in this, ice tub. And I don't know, it's funny and comical, because if you've ever been in an ice tub, there are uncomfortable things, right? But what's funny is that, both men have done this a few times, so they become familiar. Look, how do we get somebody to move from here to there? How do we do that? There's a couple ways. We could, you can push a piece of string across the room, or you can pull a piece of string across the room. And for those people sitting there listening to this now on the podcast, what have you, what's easier to do? It's probably easier to pull the piece of string than to push it. In fact, if you want to try it, I encourage you to try it, so you learn from a failure. Okay, it's much easier to pull. And I don't want to say that's the trick, Gene, but that's the purpose. The purpose is having people learn a better way. Okay, and that's what we do. I was talking with Sherry Tree earlier, and she brought up, she goes, man, why are so many people unhappy or upset? And I'm like, listen, if we've changed a person's belief system by 0.0001%, we've done our job. Because once you've given people knowledge and information, they have to take that knowledge and information and apply it. It's not our job, pardon the expression, to wipe butts, okay, and help people stay clean. Able-bodied people. If you're an able-bodied person, take this information we're sharing with you and do it. See what happens, and we'd love your feedback.
There's the checklist. Simple and easy, but very powerful. 1, find ways to maximize your time. 2, network. 3, delegate. D, reevaluate. And finally, E, or number 5, is stay involved. Now, when we return here on Living Your Life Well Planned for episode 60, this is going to be great, because Adam and I are both voracious readers. We love to study, and we apply the material that we learn. Most people, they get out of school and they stop learning. They don't study. Successful people study. So we're going to go over Adam's bibliography. I've read a lot of these books, but you know what? There's a few here I find very interesting. And I'm going to ask Adam, why this book, why that book? So we'll also tell you the website, Adam's personal website, when we get to the next episode, where you can actually download this bibliography and you can start buying the books at your favorite bookstore, and you can start to read, and become even more successful. That's coming up next. He's Adam Vincent Gilmer. I'm Gene Velitis. This is Living Your Life Well. 80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. 80-20-365, living your life well planned.